everybody, how's it going? This is Fandom Empire, and in this video, I want to take a second to talk about 3 random thoughts I have about Halloween Ends. Before we dive into that, though, if you like horror content, if you like Halloween content, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Game of Thrones, you name it, we got it. Please take a second to click that like button, hit subscribe, smash that notification bell to keep up with all the random shit that we do here at the channel. Our multiple choice question for this video is quite simple. Which Halloween poster in the David Gordon Green trilogy do you like the most? Is it Halloween 2018? Is it Halloween Kills? Or is it Halloween Ends? Comment down below. We would love to hear what you have to think. Let's start a healthy debate down there. For me, my favorite is Halloween Kills, followed by Halloween 2018. And there's just, I don't know, something with the Halloween Ends poster that doesn't really do it for me. But I see the 3 posters together, and they really do line up. You know, they're of a very similar style. Anyways, let's talk some Halloween Ends here for a few minutes. I have 3 random thoughts I want to share with you, and I want to start with Jamie Lee Curtis. Now, I, on this channel, have spoken at length on a number of occasions saying, I'm ready for more Halloween movies without Jamie Lee Curtis. But I want to take a second to give credit where credit is due. When you think about her returning to this franchise for the first time since Halloween Resurrection, and prior to that, Halloween H2O. I know H2O has their lovers out there, and all the power to you. But her performances were quite criticized, and she did make it clear she really did do it for the money, and let's be clear, she's doing it for the money again. That's how Hollywood works. However, nobody can say that Jamie Lee Curtis walked into this David Gordon Green trilogy and just, walked through it not caring. You know, she didn't mail it in. She didn't bring out her B or C effort. She has given it her all in these movies. Now, I have not seen Halloween Ends yet, but I have heard her performance in it is right there with her performance in Halloween 2018. And for me, anyways, my favorite Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode performance is Halloween 2018. I know a lot of people will point towards John Carpenter's classic, the original Halloween, but for me, I don't know, Jamie Lee in 2018 was just fantastic. I remember walking out of TIFF thinking, wow, she just absolutely nailed that. And until I see the movie, I can't judge, but if it's anywhere close to her 2018 performance, then sign me up. I give her all the credit in the world. She could have came back and mailed it in and taken the paycheck. She hasn't done that, and I know she goes on the media circuit, and we hear trauma, and it, gets under some people's skin after hearing it so much, even including my own after a while, but her performance has been nothing short of incredible, and I honestly have to say, if she sticks the landing in Halloween Ends and has a performance anywhere close to either of the last 2 movies, I think she deserves some massive credit for walking back into this franchise and helping breathe life back into the franchise, because the franchise was not in a good spot after Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. There's a reason we went almost a decade without a movie, and I can guarantee you it won't be a decade in between movies this time around because of the health of the franchise where it is now, compared to where it was, when it began. Another thought that I have heading into Halloween Ends is the look of the film. Now, we were talking on our Patreon a few weeks ago that we had heard that the look of the film had a retro look to it. It wasn't quite, the retro look of the Halloween Kills flashback that we start the movie with. It was close to it, but not all the way there, if you know what I mean. And I think when we got a chance to look at the trailer, one of the things that was, said to me early on was, hey, this sort of kind of looks like Halloween 4. And I don't know if I'm the only one thinking this, but, the shot of Haddonfield there early on, it felt like Haddonfield, or it felt like Halloween 4. It felt like that could have been Rachel and Jamie, out trick-or-treating. And I loved it, and I loved the POV shot entering the house. It was fantastic. I do think, regardless of what people end up thinking of the film, they're going to leave this film having loved the look of the film, and I've heard nothing but amazing things. So it really feels like we're going back to a retro Halloween look for Halloween Ends, and I think that's a good thing. My third and final thought for this video is simply on the town of Haddonfield. They have been through hell. 44 years ago, many of their lives changed forever. And then, obviously, as fans, we are going to hold the events of Halloween 1978 as just a much more important level of events, simply because a lot of people go to the original. It's their favorite. It's the thing they identify with most. But when we look at it simply from a story perspective, the carnage that was caused in 2018 and Halloween Kills, those two movies that happened on the same night, the original Halloween just isn't even anywhere close to as tragic. And obviously social media awareness at that point in time, they really do touch on a lot of this in Halloween Ends. There is a significant part of the movie, I would say, that is, just understanding how Haddonfield is, how some people view them now, if the boogeyman is going to return one day, what they think of Laurie Strode. There's a Haddonfield side to this movie that I think is going to be very compelling, and I'm for it, because anytime that we invest ourselves in the town of Haddonfield, and not every Halloween movie does that very well, but the ones that do are usually, pretty good Halloween movies. So I'm really looking forward to that. Let me know what you thought about these three thoughts down below in the comment section, and let us know maybe what three things about Halloween Ends are on your mind, positive or negative. Comment down below. We would love to hear what you have to say. That's going to do it for this video. Be sure to click that like button, smash that notification bell, and hit subscribe if you want more Halloween content. Big shout out to our patrons. Without you guys, the channel would not exist. Thank you for supporting the channel on the level that you do. Remember, people, be kind. Life is short. Let's enjoy it. Enjoy the journey to Halloween Ends, because it could be 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 years before you get another movie. I don't think it'll be that long. I think it's going to be sooner than probably a lot of people think. That's just a gut feeling. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. For everybody else at Fandom Empire, I'm Sean. Have a great night.